Gemini said, "E-car script, start e-cards." Okay, I have to be honest with you right out of the gate, because I always figured that if you had a family here in America, your options were pretty much locked down to a boring minivan, a giant thirsty SUV, or a 3-row crossover with a screen your kids constantly fight over in the back, which is the entire menu we are given, and we just accept it as normal. But then I looked north at what Canada is quietly getting from China, and it hit me like a ton of bricks that we are getting completely robbed of the best family vehicles on the planet. Because while the United States slams the door shut on Chinese automakers with a massive 100% tariff wall, Canada is out here approving incredible family cars that literally turn into actual beds, feature built-in refrigerators that keep your kids' snacks ice cold on long drives, and drop-down ceiling screens that turn the back row into a private movie theater. So today I am showing you 10 Chinese family cars that Canada said yes to, while America said a hard no. And by the time we reach number 1 on this list, a mind-boggling 1,400 horsepower family SUV, you are going to be just as furious as I am, starting right now with number 10, the Firefly. And get this, because this little electric family car is heavily rumored to land at around $16,000, which is an absolute steal, since in the United States, $16,000 barely buys you a beaten-down used sedan with 100,000 miles on the clock and a transmission on the verge of exploding. But this is a brand new all-electric vehicle from NIO's family-focused brand, explicitly built to be the smartest small car a young family could possibly own, featuring a friendly face with 3 round headlights per side that make kids point and say that is the one I want. Looking genuinely designed with flush pop-out door handles that Porsche usually charges extra for. But the real family magic here is that it fully supports battery swapping technology, meaning you do not have to sit at a public charger for 40 minutes with a screaming toddler in the back seat while apps crash, because instead you pull into a dedicated swap station, and in about 3 minutes flat, a hidden robot pulls the empty battery out of the bottom and slots a fully charged one right back in while you are still busy wiping spilled juice off the seat, delivering around 260 miles of range. 2 massive digital screens inside, and soft touch materials that completely shame cars costing double the price, making you think about what battery swapping actually means for an everyday parent juggling a hectic schedule with no app fumbling, no broken chargers, and no standing in a freezing parking lot at 10% battery with a baby crying in the back. Because you just drive in, let the robot do the heavy lifting, and you are gone before the toddler has even finished their snack. Plus a surprising amount of trunk space for something so compact, easily swallowing a bulky stroller and a week of groceries, clever storage cubbies everywhere, and a tight turning circle that makes city parking an absolute breeze, bringing NIO's famous owner lounges and rapid swap stations down to a price a young couple can actually afford as the perfect first family car, with room for the kids, the dog, the stroller, and your dignity. So would you trade your beat-up sedan for a brand new Firefly? Let me know. But if you think that is clever, wait until you see car number 9. Because it has a back seat nicer than most people's living rooms, coming in as the Leap Motor C16, a vehicle that makes zero financial sense until you realize it is completely real. Starting in China at around $22,000 for a full 6-seat, 3-row family SUV, whereas in America, $22,000 gets you a stripped-down compact with cloth seats and crank windows. Yet the C16 gives you 3 rows, captain's chairs in the middle, a cabin feeling like an upscale lounge, a 15-inch center screen, a second screen for the passenger, and the ultimate family detail where it folds flat inside into a giant bed, letting you throw down a mattress and turn your school-run SUV into a camping cabin for the weekend. Complete with a range extender powertrain option, so range anxiety on a family road trip does not exist because you drive on electric power around town while a little gas engine quietly tops up the battery on the highway, so you never get stranded with kids in the back. Punching way above its price with soft materials where your kids touch things, a panoramic glass roof making the 3rd row feel airy instead of claustrophobic, and a properly tuned sound system, loaded safety tech, and vertical integration that undercuts everyone, leading us straight into car number 8, the XPeng X9. A spaceship for families disguised as a minivan, where the headline trick is rear-wheel steering that actually turns the back wheels to let this big 3-row van park in spots a normal minivan could never dream of touching and maneuver tight parking garages like a car half its size, which for a parent juggling a stroller in a packed lot is a genuine gift, seating 7 inside with second-row electric recliners featuring leg rests that stretch out flat so kids can actually sleep on long drives, a drop-down ceiling screen for movie nights, A giant flat floor due to no engine tunnel so kids can walk between seats. A cavernous trunk with a clever front storage area for charging cables so they never tangle with groceries. Sliding doors opening with a wave or a button so you never wrestle a heavy door in a tight garage. An 800-volt system for ultra-fast charging, 0 to 60 in around 7 seconds. 300 miles of range and top-tier driver assistance that makes highway slogs to grandma's house dramatically less exhausting, costing around $30,000 in China, while a comparable luxury minivan here pushes 60, making you wonder how much a reclining movie-playing backseat is worth on your next road trip. Before we jump right into car number 7, the Zeekr 009, a full-size electric luxury van built like an absolute vault with crash safety as high as anything on the road. Featuring a party trick second row with 2 massive zero-gravity captain's chairs that recline nearly flat, heated, ventilated, massaging with leg rests, a built-in fridge that actually chills drinks cold, a roof folding screen, electric doors that open and close safely, fast charging, air suspension gliding over potholes, a whisper-quiet cabin, a flat and low floor making car seat loading easy, a comfortable third row, a massive panoramic roof, dual motors, and a starting price around $50,000 in China and $75,000 in Canada, which is a fraction of German luxury vans, bringing us directly to car number 6, the Denza D9. BYD's premium van outselling everything in its class, month after month, because it is the family mover perfected with 3 rows where the third row is actually usable by adults. Second row captain's chairs that are heated, ventilated, and massaging with fold-out tray tables for homework or meals. Desist suspension that reads the road to prevent motion sickness. Plug-in hybrid versatility. Cameras and sensors making parallel parking stress-free. Powered sliding doors. Premium materials. A huge panoramic roof. And BYD's famous blade battery that shrugs off abuse without catching fire. Starting around $46,000 in China and making you question why your current family van feels like it was designed in 1998. Right before we hit car number 5, the Ito M9. The Huawei-backed family SUV that has families losing their minds over its rear entertainment featuring an actual retractable projector screen dropping down to turn the back cabin into a real cinema far bigger than any headrest screen, making road trip movie nights an event. Paired with Huawei's LiDAR-backed driver assistance, plush massaging seats, a fridge, a range extender setup, air suspension, rigid body safety, smart braking for kids starting out, electric doors, a genuine third row, active noise cancellation, and a fragrance system, starting around $65,000 in China compared to loaded Western luxury SUVs, bringing us right to car number 4, the Li Auto L8, focusing purely on family SUVs as a 5-seat sweet spot with a range extender hybrid driving like a silent EV with a small gas engine recharging the battery to provide 1,000 kilometers of total range with zero charger planning, an interior rolling entertainment system with dual screens, a warming and cooling fridge in the console, reclining back seats, quiet cushioned rides, advanced highway assistance, soft leather, clever storage, and an air purifier starting around $45,000 in China, which leads us to car number 3, the larger brother, the Li Auto L9, the 6-seat flagship that broke the internet by turning into a bed when you fold the seats and add an accessory mattress, featuring a 29-inch 6K dashboard screen, a ceiling folding screen, surround sound, a multi-temperature fridge holding 9 liters, 6 captain's chairs with massage and tray tables, over 1,600 kilometers of combined range, double-glazed quiet glass, and air filtration scrubbing allergens, starting around $66,000 to $74,000 in China. Taking us straight to car number 2, the Zeekr 8X, a sharper full-size family SUV, making German 3-row SUVs look overpriced, with a plug-in hybrid pumping out over 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 kilometers of range, executive second-row treatment, flat-riding advanced suspension, LiDAR safety tech, clever space utilization with a big trunk, automated doors, electrical third-row folding, fast charging, boat towing capability, and a $50,000 price tag in China that completely embarrasses $70,000 to $80,000 German rivals. Bringing us finally to car number 1, the absolute final boss of family haulers, the Zeekr 9X, a monster flagship plug-in hybrid running a triple motor setup making up to 1,400 horsepower, launching from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds while hauling 6 people, charging blazingly fast on a 900-volt platform with sophisticated active air suspension, ensuring zero spilled drinks, featuring middle-row executive recliner thrones, a ceiling drop-down screen, a champagne-grade fridge, privacy glass, LiDAR driver assistance, a real third row, active noise cancellation, fragrance systems, and the ultimate best of both worlds plug-in hybrid range, anxiety-free driving experience, landing around $100,000 in China, which would instantly end the Escalade and big German SUVs in America if it ever crossed the border, because it is faster, roomier, more advanced, and dramatically cheaper, proving exactly why we will never get it. So which one of these 10 incredible Chinese family cars would you load your family into? Whether it is the $16,000 Firefly or the 1,400 horsepower Zeekr 9X. Drop your pick in the comments, smash the like button if even one of these made your jaw drop. Subscribe for the next reveal, and ring the bell because next time we look at cars making every American driver even more jealous, as I am still not over the one that turns into a bed. And let me tell you that every single one of these 10 options redefines what a family vehicle can achieve when automakers actually put passenger comfort and innovative technology ahead of outdated industry standards, leaving us to wonder how long American consumers will continue accepting boring, overpriced compromises when the rest of the world is driving the future right past our front doors. So think about that the next time you are loading up your kids for a tedious weekend road trip and dreaming of what could have been if only laws and tariffs were not standing firmly in the way of true automotive progress.